Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Full Throttle Sim Racing Victory Fuel Cup Series here on Full Throttle Television. My name is Freddie Hanna, and in the booth beside me, Tony Solari. And Tony, we are at the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway, for some short track racing action here in Thunder Valley. Looking forward to it tonight. These guys are going to put on the show here tonight, I'm sure. These high banks and fast corners on a little half-mile short track. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely high speed, tight quarters. And from what I've been seeing, the cars are really, really tough to handle. These guys are struggling. Even in Q, a couple of guys already I've seen spun a couple times just trying to get that Q lap down. And we don't have a big field tonight, and it might be because of the toughness of this track right now. It's really it's thrown these guys, it looks like.
It is. It's going to be a tough one tonight for sure with these guys at Bristol trying to hang on. You see the black marks coming off turn 2, turn 4. Really hard to hang on to for this car. It's going to be interesting to see who can master Bristol tonight and take home that checkered flag. Well, before we start with Bristol, let's look at last week's results from Rockingham. Once I find the right, there we go, last week's results. And we saw Tyler Bowers take the win last week at Rockingham, finally getting that win after a couple of weeks of struggles. High Lap Heroes still on the charge with a 1-2 finish there last week. They just continue to march on and are really strong there. You got Richie Coy in third with Gaiman and Huntley close behind there, fourth and fifth. But it was a fun race, but again, with the same result we've seen for the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, the Hot Lap Heroes, they just they're not just doing hot lapping out there. They're actually doing hot racing. And all three of the guys have got wins. They've pretty much been dominating most of the season. I think the only 2 winners we've had is Richie Coy and Jonathan Atkins. So it's been don't you have a wanted poster for those Hot Lap Hero guys maybe tonight? See if somebody could take them out.
There's a bounty out there for anybody that can win that's not a Hot Lap Heroes driver. So we'll see if that gets taken today. We're looking at the points real quick, though. It's all Hot Lap Heroes up front for those guys as well. I know Nick Alford missed last week's race, so he falls a little bit behind his teammate Brandon Fetterplace, but Fetterplace with a nice, strong gap on the field. Victor Fluger in third, Richie Coy and Tim Wortman making up your top 5 there. But the points battle is going to come down to somebody breaking off a few wins and maybe trying to get back into this thing.
I mean, winning is really where you're at right now. You're right. I mean, the top 5 are separated between 100 points, and that's the spread. And it's, I mean, granted, yeah, you could get 15 points if you win, but it's still, you got a bit of a climbing to do to trying to get all the way up to Brandon Fetterplace. Especially say if you're outside the top 5. I mean, it's almost impossible at this point.
And also looking at the schedule, Bristol tonight, of course, and then we end our short track swing there, I guess you could say, for the last 3 weeks. We head to Kansas. That should be a lot of fun. Then off to Talladega, a little super speedway racing action once again. Texas, Watkins Glen, and Dover end the season, and that's a couple of interesting races there at the end too. So it should be a fun couple of weeks coming up for the end of this A season. But if anybody's going to do anything with the guys up front, they're going to have to get a couple wins here and kind of show up here. And like you said, just to kind of top off what you were talking about, there is a $500,000 credit, I should say, bounty for the drivers tonight if they can top the Hot Lap Heroes Brigade. We put that out there in the league just for a little added excitement and maybe a little incentive to do something a little bit different with strategy tonight to see if somebody can take them down and show up here and maybe take home a little bit of a little extra credits.
Well, and they got to do it clean too. They just can't take them out. But,
right.
We don't expect that from the drivers out there.
Take them down, don't take them out.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think qualifying's completed. We're going to throw it down to our starting lineup for tonight's Bristol 250 here on Full Throttle Television. Looking at our grid tonight, on pole, the number 21 Chevrolet. It's a Chevrolet lockout. It's going to be the 21 of Victor Fluger taking home the pole tonight. To the outside, it's going to be the 83. That is Tim Wortman Jr. showing up in qualifying. He's going to start from the front row. Third spot going to go to the number 22. That is Wyatt Hunley, whose team owner just came out of surgery. So a quick little shout out to Michael Blattner. His number 22 Ford's going to start from the third position. Richie Coy in the number 19 Victory Fuel Ford will start from the 4th position. 5th spot going to go to Tyler Bowers in the number 94. It's one of the Hot Lap heroes, and his teammate Brandon Fetterplace in number 34 are going to join him on row 3 in 6th position. 7th spot going to go to the 5, that is Austin Demore. And then 8th is going to go to the 24 newcomer, first start tonight in the series for Jose Medina. 9th spot going to go to the number 43 Chevrolet, that is Lewis Meglin. With 10th, rounding out your 10th position, your top 10 is going to be the 18 of JP Burns.
All right, starting 11th, we have number 14, Lane Allen. Then starting 12th, Ed Boyles Jr. in the car 38. Then you have Kevin Ruff, car 99, starting 13th. Nick Elford starting 14th in car 98. Then you have Joshua Gaiman, car 61, starting 15th. Derek Catt, car number 29, starting 16th. Julio Villalobos Jr. starting 17th in car 45. Ben Tracy in the Donut Machine 33, starting 18th. Then you have David Duran starting 19th in car 51. Jonathan Atkins in car number 1, starting 20th. Kermit Henney in the 21st spot in car 84. Then you have Casey McMullen, car 71 in the 22nd spot. Shad Kern in the 23rd spot in car 12. Cameron King, Cameron King's 92 in the 24th spot. And then Brian Bliss, car number 8 in the 25th spot. And that's what we got tonight. 25 drivers, pretty good field, short track, speed. Things can happen real bad. Well, like I say, we've been hearing a lot of guys complain about looseness and snugness even, and it just, the car does not seem like it really wants to handle very good over here. There is a little bit of bumps and whatnot, and just the way the banking works. So they're gonna have to be on their toes and just keep it clean tonight.
Yeah, 25 drivers taking the call here tonight. We've got Hot Lap Heroes in the 3rd lane back there. Of course, Nick Alford a little off the pace there in mid-pack. We'll see if he can work his way to the front, see if those guys can regain the dominance that we've seen out of them so far this season. But it's going to be Tim Wortman, Victor Pfluger on the front row, taking the green flag as the pace car is going to peel off here out of turn 4. We're going to get racing 250 laps, racing to lap 50 for the stage break. We'll see what happens between now and then. As the green flag flies, Tim Wortman brings them down, and we are green.
Yeah, everybody's still, they're too wide. I'm just waiting for them to kind of maybe single file out a little bit. We have our stage lap coming at lap 50, so they got a little bit of time just to get out there, maybe log some laps here. And yeah, the front row, or the front, almost about looks like the top 10 right now, it finally single filed out there.
Well, you see how nervous the cars look, especially on on cold tires. Just trying to fill that out. Everybody's just trying to find somewhere to ride to get those tires up to temperature to prevent anything major or catastrophic from happening, as you see right there. Who was that got loose? Was that Brian Bliss? No, that was Derek Katz. Looks like got a little loose there. And he is off the pace. He did make contact with the car on the inside. Who was inside of him right there?
That was the 14, Lane Allen. Oh, 24 is loose right now. Spins right in front of Meadow. I think yellow's out.
Ed Boyles Jr. loose, but yellow flag does fly. I don't see any indication of the incident, but
yeah, the 24 got loose, and unfortunately, Lewis had nowhere to go. He was on the back straight of lap 4. Well, actually, it was on exit of 4. It looks like, or 2 rather.
Everybody's going to be able to catch their breath here from an early caution. Looking for 29's already going to hit pit road. He's going to take this opportunity down here. We're going to look at our best one tire and auto carry instant replay and try to see what happened to the 24 here. Through turns 1 and 2. Oh, he gets loose in 1 and 2, right in front of, like you said, Lewis Meglin. Lewis kind of straightens him out, and keeps him going. He did hit the wall a little bit. They're going to have a little bit of damage, but I don't think either one of them really too worse for wear there.
No, nobody else got into him. Everybody kind of was able to get through there pretty clean. So, yeah, I mean, Lewis might have a little bit of front nose damage, and Jose might have a little bit of damage as well, but definitely not night ending for either one of the guys.
Yeah, pretty good job for everybody there, considering what was happening there.
Yeah, but this is what I've been seeing in practice, and kind of hearing some of the guys, for the best term, complaining about. The car is just loose. It's just having a hard time just keeping the grip down. And I know we got a little extra horsepower here with this package, so compared to what they're used to.
Yeah, that's gonna throw wrench in things too. I know these cars are not the best handling cars, and then you add the extra horsepower at a track that's banked like this, and so this car's sensitive to changes of height, and so you come off these corners and unload and load these cars so quickly, it can really make it challenging. It is tough. I kind of feel for the guys out there because a lot of them were on the struggle bus in practice trying to figure things out.
Well, yeah, I mean it's definitely rough. I mean the truck race wasn't too bad as far as truck handling goes, but yeah, these cars, being so low and with no real sidewall on the tire, it throws the car around. That stiff chassis just not does not want to play well with this track. And again, too, we have issues with the track as well. With some guys getting scored on the pit road and whatnot. So I'm assuming we might see a few extended yellows tonight as well.
Yes, sir. It'll be a tough night. It's going to be kind of one of those survival kind of nights as well. And the best place you can be, though, is up front. That's where Tim Wortman got a really good jump on the restart, got out in front of Victor Pfluger, a pole sitter. I called Wortman to the green because he got a great jump there. He's leading once again, going to take the outside of the front row as the pace car is going to peel off. We're going to get a restart here at Bristol. Restart number 1. The green flag flies, and they launch, and we are away.
Well, from what I remember, too, the outside line is really the preferred lane to kind of go in. So I think we're going to see a lot of leaders kind of jump up to that outside line. I mean, even Richie Coy made a pass on the outside line for second right there.
Yeah, here comes Austin Demore with him as well, looking to the outside, going to take their position. Victor Pfluger just taking his time, being patient right now. But he lost a couple positions on this start, lost one on the initial start. He's finding himself back to 4th spot.
Well, this track is dangerously bad for tire wear. And it's one of those things where, yeah, if you can kind of manage your pace and maybe just kind of slow it down in the front end of it, and you're going to have something for the long end of the run here on your tires. If we can stay green, and that's really a good key here. If we can stay green, some of these guys that are sitting back, maybe relaxing a little bit, they're going to show up later in the run.
Right up front, there's going to be a battle for the lead. Tim Wortman under fire from the 19 of Richie Coy was trying to look for the lead. Now, actually, here comes Austin Demore to the outside of him, trying to take 2nd spot.
Yeah, Austin's working that outside line right now, trying to get by Richie. Richie's just been able to kind of roll that thing down pretty decent, though. Keep it tighty down there for him. But, man, they're dogfighting back there. And all I can think of, both of them are just wearing tire right now. Oh, 22 gets a little loose.
Wyatt Huntley loose, hangs onto it, onto the apron, but he's going to lose some positions here. Going to try to rejoin out of turn 2 there and try to get things back up to speed, but he's just hanging on. He's just catching his breath right now. J.P. Burns on pit road.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I saw somebody dive in the pit road
Bliss. Brian Bliss has already hit pit road as well. So some of these guys early on coming to pit road.
Well, we heard from Brian too. He was struggling a bit during practice. So it's probably one of the better things to do. Save your frustrations. Maybe just park it for the night. Come back next week.
Made his obligatory start and run a few laps. Oh, Tim Wortman loose, our leader loose off the corner. It's going to open the door for the 19 of Coy, looking to the inside. Actually, Wortman's going to hang on to it, but I thought that was going to be a lead change.
Yeah, he tapped the wall there, and Richie's still trying to work on that inside line though. But looks like Wortman's going to clear him.
Richie loose now. It's going to open the door for Austin Demore. I tell you what, it looks as treacherous as they were talking about out there. With our leaders are even having issues.
Well, yeah, wow. I'm amazed though too. Richie and Austin are just side by side. They've been side by side this last 10 laps, I want to say.
Yeah, Austin's starting to make some ground there on the outside. Close racing, close with the wall there as well. Side by side for second still. Coming off the corner, load of contacts between the two of them. And that's bringing Victor Pfluger right back into the picture as well, in 4th.
Yeah, well, Austin's running the middle lane right there, and he's not leaving Richie too much room to get below. And I know, too, the high line, which is usually a preferred lane around here, is just it's filled with marbles and stuff, and the grip is not up there anymore like it used to be. So we're not going to see anybody at the very tall end of the track here, as I like to call it.
Well, tall might be right here.
Yeah.
Short track, very tall. We saw a great battle in the truck series here last Wednesday night. The last 2 laps side by side for the leaders, and a photo finish between those guys. That's what it kind of reminded me of with the 5 and the 19 there. Early to be pushing the issue. I'm kind of surprised, but they were able to run side by side. I'm not sure either one of them really were pushing the issue. It might have just been okay to run side by side and kind of sort things out, see what happens.
Well, I kind of feel like, yeah, the two, as I'm watching them, I just felt like, man, I could just see the tire coming off the wheel there. And it just, it's going to eventually pay dividends for that 21 behind him who kind of laid back a little bit, let them duke it out.
Looking back here a little bit farther back, the one of Jonathan Atkins, he always likes to run the top side of these tracks. So I'm kind of interested to see what he decides to do. And he is up there. He's one of the first ones to move to the top. So, and behind him, Ed Boyles and Joshua Gaiman. Gaiman getting around Ed Boyles for 12th spot.
Yeah, there's a pretty good gap there from where Jonathan's at right now, and Ed Boyles got down in the apron there. It looked like.
Look at the car bounce.
Yeah.
Like he had airbags or something on it right there. All right, he's coming to pit road. There's your leader again, Tim Wortman, leading now Austin Demore in second. Richie Coy, and you're right, Victor Fluger right back in the picture. Just took a few laps to get the tires warm there. And right behind him come the Hot Lap Heroes Brigade, the 94 of Bowers, the 34 of Fetter Place. And look at Nick Alford. Sorry, I'd throw the third one in there because he's finally worked up to 7th. They're all in a line now.
Yeah, Nick actually, he's up 7 spots already, so I believe he's one of our biggest movers right now. Well, actually, no, Jonathan Atkins actually has 10 spots right now, so he's definitely the class of the field.
And so does Cameron King. Cameron King also making some moves up to 14th spot after starting from the rear of the field.
Yeah, we got a couple of movers here. Again, though, for me, anytime I'm out here, I like to just ride because, it is one of those things where the tires will degrade so quickly, and it becomes a real good tire game towards the end. If we can stay green and if we can keep these green flag runs going here. And everybody's looking pretty good. Here comes Richie, though, taking another look at Austin now. He was like, I wasn't happy running behind him. I'm going to try and get by him now.
Side by side for a second. They did lose a little ground to the leader. I kind of wonder if Austin's car may be falling off a little bit. Oh, a little bit of contact with the wall off turn 2. Tight racing side by side for second. Demore on the outside, Richie Coyle on the inside. Victor Fluger wondering, okay, which one of these do I need to follow?
Yeah, I know. The 21's kind of thinking, I'd like to get by too, and he is. He's going to go side by side with Austin. Clears him.
Yeah, Austin.
That was quick.
I think Austin said, I had enough of that. Let me get back in line and regroup.
Well, we talk about the freight train here, and sometimes you get stuck on the outside, and you really have no other choice but to let the run go or let the line go. So you almost got to kind of pick your poison. Do you want to keep losing spots, or do you want to maybe give it a break and slot back into the inside line if you can? And that's probably what Austin did.
They kind of stacked up now back there behind Demore. Tyler Bowers, the 34 Fetter Place, Alford, Kevin Ruff, all right there together.
Yeah, I kind of feel like, too. I mean, I said it earlier with the tire wear, Austin running that outside line, too, trying to battle Richie. I bet you he burnt up his stuff a little bit too soon. Probably sooner than he wanted to. Yeah, nice. he's hurting right now.
He's stuck on the bottom. Here comes Tyler Bowers around him. It looks like Brandon Fetterplace trying to fill that gap.
Yeah, he's getting reverse freight trained right now because, all the Hot Lap Heroes are right around him, and it looks like, who do we got? Kevin Ruff behind him as well. They might all get around him here.
Got all the purple cars together, too.
That's right, yeah.
The 34, the 5, and the 99 now with that new paint scheme. I do like that new Best One Tire paint scheme on the number 99. That courtesy of the guy in front of him, Nick Alford.
Yeah, it must be purple night. We just didn't get the memo.
Yeah. I think he's looking at Nick thinking, thanks for the paint. Now we'll go out and run you with it.
The only one not in his purple car tonight is Richie Coy in the 19. Oh.
Issues. David Duran, slow in turn 1. No caution, but looks like he had struggles all the way down the front stretch and falls way back to 22nd position. Let's go back a lap. Yeah. We're going to follow him for a lap here. Coming off turn 4, he has an issue, so we'll watch it off turn 4. Oh.
Wow. Good eyes by everybody. Yeah, they missed him. Wow.
The 33 Tracy in the wall there, I didn't catch as well. But yeah, he gets loose off the corner right here. Slides. Tries to keep it out of the traffic and does so. And everybody continues on. So that is some good hands right there.
Yeah, the only big issue for David right now is the leaders. They're they're not even a corner away. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got Jose Medina as well too, and both of them are they are both in. Well, we almost got cars all over the whole track right now, the way that everybody's spread out. But yeah, the 51 is going to be the next in the pecking order, or at least the first in the pecking order to go a lap down here.
Yep.
Of the cars still currently involved, Ed Boyles Jr. looks like he's out for the night. J.P. Burns is out, and Brian Bliss is also out tonight. But we still got 22 cars on the lead lap for now.
They call this the world's biggest conveyor belt.
That's right. Yeah.
The cars get around the track. It's just a constant. I can tell you from being here, when the cars spread out, it's kind of nice on the restart where they go by and then you get a minute, then they go by again, or not a minute, for a few seconds. But when they get all the way around the track, it's just a constant roar.
Well, yeah, I could definitely imagine that, and the way I mean, we call it the greatest Coliseum because it is the Coliseum shape, and it probably holds in all that noise anyway. I hear it's pretty loud there in real life.
It is. Probably even more so at the next year. I haven't been there since then, but those things roar a little bit more. You got Wyatt Huntley, Julio Villalobos racing for position. They kind of settled that. Huntley gets around them. In front of him, Ben Tracy kind of holding up this group behind him. He had an issue there in front of David before David had his issues, so he's hanging on as well. I guess I could probably say that about all the cars. Everybody's hanging on at this point.
Yeah. And actually, it looks like I just saw J.P. Burns actually come out of pits. So he's back on track. Unfortunately, he's like 31 laps down, but must have got some damage repaired or no, he kind of came down on his own. So maybe he had an emergency bathroom break or
I was going to say, when nature calls,
that's possible, yeah. Wortman, though, still out front. Yeah, we got a battle for third now with Tyler Bowers and Victor Fluger.
Yeah, Bowers working that outside, trying to go around Victor Fluger.
They're trying to get that one last lucky stage point.
Got a caution.
Oh, yes, that's not the stage.
Julio.
Lap.
No, Julio's losing positions, but I'm not sure.
I mean, that will be our stage, but yeah, definitely wasn't the stage lap. The 22 and 45 had a little contact, it looked like, coming out of turn 2.
Okay.
Oh, turn 4. Sorry.
Well, they're going to get their position back because the caution came out pretty quickly there. Let's go back to our Best One Tire Auto Care instant replay and see if we can see what happened between the two of them. Coming off turn 4. 45 looks like he knew he was getting tight there. Got into the 22, complete 360 by Wyatt. That's impressive there, and he just continues on like nothing happened.
360, no wall. I mean, yeah, that was pretty wild. I mean, great job too by everybody not hitting him, and I mean, great job to Wyatt too. I mean, he did not hit any, just kind of kept it straight in the spin. Crazy.
Just gassed it up, did the 360, and we're good. I'm sure he's hoping we saw that in the broadcast. We did.
We did, yeah.
And the good thing with this is he spun, so you knew you would have to pit. We're going to ride over the 45 coming off the corner. Just comes up the track just a little bit, pushes a little bit. Just kind of going for the same position. The good thing for these guys, it happened right at our stage. Everybody was probably going to pit anyway. So he did use those tires up, but it didn't matter. Everybody's coming to pit road anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, if that was a no harm, no foul contact on track, I mean, you couldn't get any better than that.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and pit road is busy. I'm sure everybody's trying to figure out what they want to do, if they can do anything to this car to maybe tighten it up, or I don't know. Some of the guys look pretty good out there, but some guys look like they might need a little bit of snug job here and there.
Yeah, Wortman looked pretty good out there. Going to get the stage win tonight for the 83. So Wortman looking strong so far. Richard going to come off pit road with second. Victor Fluger, Tyler Bowers, and Nick Alford, your top 5. I will say, though, Wyatt Huntley, we were talking about the 22 there with that spin. I want to go back and look at that again. That was just awesome. But I will say he kind of dropped through the field kind of to mid-pack. I know he had that I forgot about it till now, but he had that little issue off the corner that kind of dropped him there. I was wondering how he ended up there because I saw him come in and pit ahead of the 19 of Coy. He started in third position, but he's mid-pack. And like I said, I just remembered how he got there. He had that moment off the corner.
Yeah, I mean, it was, yeah, he started third. And when that thing came out, I want to say he wasn't even in the top 10 at that point.
It's funny.
Crazy, though. Yeah. He did a great job just hanging on to it.
I think Wayne Allen had a good view of this as well. He sees it happen in front of him. Contact right there. 22 goes spinning. You can't see anything. Smoke sneaks by on the outside. That's fun.
Well, even too, Julio let off of him. Sometimes too, you know, when they get that little bump, you know, you kind of get attached to him and you can't get off of him. But yeah, Julio at least was able to kind of get off of him and let him gather it up.
All right, we're going to get a restart in 83 of Tim Wortman, your leader. Richard Coy in second. Wortman choosing that outside once again, getting that great launch off the top. As the pace car pulls down, we get a restart. Green flag flies, and away we are, racing a lap 250 to finish this one off.
Yeah, that outside line is definitely the line you want to start in tonight, at least if you're the leader. It gives you that preferred spot to, you know, maybe beat the guy out of the box, and then, you know, you can kind of, you know, get that heavy arc going into turn 1 and 2 right now, which is what Tim's been really doing well.
Got new tires once again. Everybody trying to find out how hard they can push without pushing too hard and causing issues.
Well, they're new, but they're cold, so they gotta tread lightly. Man, I'm looking at, it was almost three wide back there.
I saw that too. Yeah. Ben Tracy, Julio Villalobos, and Lewis Meglin almost making it 3 wide there. That's because Ben was way up the track. He was up higher than I think I've seen anybody run trying to use that top side. And you're saying that's not even a viable option anymore?
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the guys are trying to stay away from it, especially because I know iRacing's got the new marble thing, where it's like there's more marbles generated up there. I mean, I do see a couple guys still going up there. Jonathan Atkins is up there. Looks like Derek Catt as well is kind of running a little bit higher than some of the other guys. But I think that up against the wall, like we normally see in real life racing from, you know, maybe 10 years ago, it's not really that viable anymore for some of these guys.
Oh, Wyatt Huntley loose off the corner, collects Julio Villalobos and more as they pile in into turn 3. Caution flies with a big wreck off turn 2 that just seemed to go on forever.
Yeah. And actually, you know, we were just talking about the high line there, and that's where Wyatt was. He was pretty much up against that wall, and
it snapped on exit. We saw it live. He just snapped. Let's go back and look at our best one tire and I'll look at your instant replay. He was up against the wall and tries to come off the corner, gasses it up, and just spins right in front of the 1, collects the 45 of Villalobos, and then collects others with Lewis Meglin getting involved.
Yeah, wow. A lot of guys did a pretty good job, though, trying to miss a bitch of that, but wow.
What did you just say?
I don't know. I'm going back. I'm just looking at this. Yeah. I wanted to say miss a bunch. There's a few guys out there that did miss a bunch of the guys.
Yes.
But there's
45 43 tried to turn off the wall and unfortunately gets turned by, I don't know who that was back there. Was it Casey McMullen? No, it wasn't. It was a white car. I think Kermit Henning maybe got a piece of that. He did. I know he was in the middle of it. Let's ride on board with the Kermit Henning machine, number 84. Does this all happen in front of him? You see the 22 high against the wall, snaps down, collects the 45. He's the one that got the 43 there when the 43's trying to dodge the car. Let's ride with Wyatt one more time here. He's having an eventful race so far. Up against the wall, trying to turn it down off the corner, and it just snapped.
Yeah, leaving Lewis Meglin having a little rough night tonight, too. He got a little beat up there. Yeah, Yeah, he was right up against the wall, and it's almost like, he maybe collected all those marbles, and when he started to apply the gas on the front straight, the thing that's just spun on him.
Well, I think,
Unfortunately, he's done for the night.
yeah, he towed to the pits.
And Julio right now is a lap down. I believe J.P. Burns is going to get another lap back.
Yeah, Villalobos is actually still on pit road. So.
Yeah, he's just pulling out right now. But, yeah, I believe he's going to be 2 laps down after all this.
Yeah, that was a pretty big hit coming off the wall there. A quick hook to the right and then slam the wall there. So it's going to take a minute to fix. But he's out of the pit road, out of the pits. We're going to get a restart here. The 83 of Wortman back on the top on this restart. 19 of Coy behind him. Pfluger, Bowers, and Ruff, your top 5. Green flag flies. And another great start from the 83.
I think he wants that. He's going to try and claim that bounty tonight the way he's running.
Tim Wortman, the bounty hunter.
Yeah. Although, man, he's got the 19 and even the 21 now. Victor Pfluger starting to get into this mix here. He made a great pass to keep Tyler Bowers behind him.
Let's racing back there between DeMore and Kevin Ruff. DeMore going to fall into position behind Kevin up to 5th.
She's taking a look now for the lead here.
Down on the inside. Side by side for the lead. The 19 on the inside, 8-3 on the outside.
Yeah, it was a little tight there. Richie had to let up just a hair.
It's tough to get that power down just enough to try to keep your momentum, but not enough to spin those tires. Still trying to get it underneath the 83.
Yeah, you can tell Richie's having a hard time trying to get that power down because the car is starting to wiggle a little bit on exit. Especially being that low. Oh, yeah, there he goes again.
I mean, that's that fine line, and he just barely stepped across it. It's going to open the door for Pfluger to the outside. Now he's stuck on the inside again, but it's not even for the lead. It's for second.
Yep. Yeah, he's going to still probably struggle being that low. I mean, really, you want to be in that middle lane. Yeah, you can see the dark line kind of in the middle of the track. That's kind of where you want to have your right sides. That's really the better line around here.
Pfluger playing nice early on, going to give that to him, kind of back off of that and kind of get back in line.
Well, he had to think.
I think Pfluger has a better long-run car because he let those guys go early on, and he kind of caught back up to, we got a caution once again. Yeah. Cameron King, in the wall hard off turn 2.
Ouch. Yeah, he towed instantly. Insta-tow.
Looks like J.P. Burns and Villalobos may be involved. Yeah, Villalobos was around on the backstretch. Getting it turned around. He's having a rough one tonight.
Wow, Cameron, it didn't start in the corner. It started right by the start-finish line. Wow, he took him a while trying to gather that thing up.
Let's back that up because he was already in the wall there off the corner. Yeah, had to wiggle off turn 4.
Yeah, it looks like, unfortunately, the only one that actually did make any contact with him was Julio.
Against the wall through 1 and 2, tries to pull it off the wall, and then it snaps back to the right. Big hit there. Unfortunately, slides down in front of the 45. That was a big hit by the 45 once again, so that's going to be some major damage for both those guys.
Yeah, I mean, Julio actually at that point he was the guy for the lucky dog. If he could have stayed off of him there, he probably would have been able to get that lucky dog there. But I know when you're driving, yeah, go ahead.
I think the 92 was broken coming off the wall there. He tried to get it off the wall, and then unfortunately it snapped back right like it had some toe link damage or something. Let's ride on board with the 45 here, Villalobos through the corner. He just slides down right in front of Villalobos. And the hood pops up momentarily, and then the 18 involved as well. Let's see what happened. Let's see what J.P. Burns saw here. Smoke on the front stretch. You can see the car sliding down the track. There's really not much they could do. The 18 was okay. And he still didn't get much damage from the 45, but he was just trying to hang on to his car after all that happened.
Yeah, and I unfortunately think, too, Julio probably didn't really see much of the accident as it was happening. Just the your in-car camera view, especially the way the corners are, they're so tight, you don't necessarily see what's going around the corner until you get there, and sometimes it's a little bit too late there. Yeah, unfortunately, Julio is out for the night. Cameron King both JP Burns is also out. So yeah, we 3 cars. They're done. They're out for the race. And Kermit Henny right now, he is 1 car lap down. He's still on pit road though right now. So
Showing Shad Curran a lap down as
yep,
well.
Shad Curran. Yeah, just flipped to Shad Curran. So we are losing people quick here. Only 16 guys on the lead lap.
Well, what that tells me is some of these guys better prepare for a long run towards the end of this race. If we keep dropping like flies like that, you're going to have fewer cars out there. I think you're going to see a longer green flag run. And I don't know that they are really disappointed about that.
If I was out there, I would be wanting that long green flag run. Just to save your tire and be there at the end.
All right, green flag flies with 83 Wortman out front once again. Gets a good start. That's going to put Tyler Bowers now to the outside of Richie Coy, almost to the outside of Wortman.
Tyler had such a good injury there. I thought he was going to clear him on the exit, but no. I'll tell you, man, Wortman's got that car hooked up there. He's got the clean air, too, right now, so he's using it all to his advantage.
Yeah, really good jump by Bowers. Starting up there on the 4th position, right behind the leader. When the leader takes the outside, that's where you want to be. You can judge directly off the leader of when to go, and he's used that advantage to pull in the 2nd spot over Richie Coy, Austin Demore, and Victor Pfluger in your top 5.
Yeah, they've all pretty much just single filed out there. We've got it looks like Lane Allen and the 33 of Ben Tracy right now kind of fighting for 9th spot, but everybody in front of them, they're all single filed, and I think they're just kind of settling in right now, trying to get that green flag long run going here.
It is a train of cars.
Yep. But they're all tightly packed, too. I mean, nobody's really gotten away from anybody just yet either.
They are close. As a matter of fact, really close between the 99 and 21. Pfluger almost getting a bumper from the 99 there.
Yeah, Kevin kind of lifted him just a little bit. Maybe said, I'm going to give him just a hair more.
And here comes Austin Demore on the outside of the 19 of Coy, taking over the 3rd spot, or trying to anyway.
We saw this. We've already seen this movie before, and we kind of seen how it played out there. I mean, Austin, he probably wants to go, but we did see him fall off pretty early, though, too, after running that outside line, battling Richie. Now, here comes Tyler, though. Tyler's like, hey, I want to maybe either block that line or maybe make a pass for the lead myself.
Well, we saw that last week at Rockingham as well. That 5 was fast in the short run, just struggled on the long run, ended up having some issues, but it's kind of become a known quantity. Actually, here comes Coy to the inside of the 94 Bowers, trying to fight for 2nd spot.
They are so tight up there. I'm waiting for the 3 wide to happen, to be honest.
And then here comes Kevin King and Nick Alford side by side behind him. Oh, Richie Coy loose off the corner. Caught it in the bottom of our screen there. Going to come back up track, and now he's going to spin. And the caution's going to fly. Actually hangs on to it, but slides sideways enough that the caution comes out once again. The 19 of Coy having issues.
Yeah, wow. And that thing just
snapped.
Yeah, that just snapped. I mean, we know he was having an issue trying to get the power down a little bit, but not that early in the run.
So we got a few coming to pit road. Jonathan Atkins going to come to pit road. Casey McMullen, and then, of course, Lewis Macklin and Jose Medina may be coming to make some adjustments or fix some damage. I'm kind of surprised the 19 of Coy did not come down. That big slide. Got to cool those tires down.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think with the amount of tires you have right now, I mean, and we're probably going to still see a few more cautions. I mean, that's inevitable, but I don't know. I maybe might want to take a set of shoes here. I mean, we're almost at 100 laps. So I mean, we're still a little far away from 100 laps, but oh no, here they come.
Yeah, here he is, coming a 2nd time by.
And we do know that pit road usually has issues of telling the drivers when it's open. So I don't know if those guys missed it the first time around.
Yeah, Checker ain't gonna be your lucky dog.
Yep. Yeah, saw him drive around. So we're up to 17 guys on the lead lap right now. Kermit Henning is the only other car now 1 lap down. And he is pitting with Richie and Lane as well. One of my biggest gripes here is, pit road speed limit is 35 miles an hour, but the pace car does 40 miles an hour. So it does not leave you very much time at all to get around here and not go a lap down, or especially too if you want to get a little damage fix or whatnot. You're kind of SOL, unfortunately.
Yeah, in iRacing, you have to choose whether you have a single pit road or double pit roads, and for the sake of simplicity and honestly some of the other issues that they have, we just go with the single pit road situation. And yeah, you're right. I mean, it's a long pit road. You're going three quarters of the way around the track, maybe a little more than that, just to make a pit stop. So
it'd be nice to just slow the pace car down to 35. At least put them on even keel, I guess. I don't know.
Well, we'll add it to the list. There's a lot of issues with this track that they need to fix.
Well, they had what? What did you show us earlier? 34 cautions in an official race.
Yeah.
250 laps as well. So yeah, maybe they just want to get it over with.
All right, working our latest caution here. The pace car's going to come in as a double foul. Wortman and Bowers now your front row. Wortman on that outside getting another great jump as always. Going to lead off into turn one.
Yeah, that high line is so dominant tonight. Obviously, it didn't help Tyler Bowers. Here comes Victor Fluger on the outside.
Yeah, Fluger to the top there. Working that high side around. Is going to take over second spot. Behind him, too, you got Austin Demore.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a 3 wide back there. Wow.
There's Nick Alford. Shot out of a cannon. Going to take over third spot. Looks like Tyler's stuck down there on the bottom. He's going to lose a couple positions. He was kind of in the same place that Richie was on that restart. Lost a few positions.
Yeah, well, I mean, I talked about the freight train. I mean, the freight train works both ways. If you're on the inside or on the outside, and really, like I say, the middle lane is really kind of where you want to be. You don't want to get too high on the track, and obviously, if you get too low on the track, it's hard to kind of get the power down. So, if you can get the clean air where nobody's around you, where you're not running side by side, you got that preferred lane there, and
Battle
it makes time.
Battle for second. Nick Alford, Victor Fluger.
Nick's just going to have to try and clear Fluger here. Man, Fluger's running that low line really good, though. He's just getting a really good arc around the corner and letting it roll, and matching that energy at Nick right now.
Side by side back there for fourth as well. Tyler Bowers, Austin Moore. Bowers trying to claw back towards the front after losing a few positions on this restart. Oh, a little contact between Fluger and Nick Alford. They keep it together, but Alford in the wall there. Oh, and he spins off the corner. Collects Fluger up in front of the field. The 94 and the 5 involved. Tyler Bowers and Austin Demore. As Derek Kent comes to a stop right there, waving at Fluger. The same thing we saw the 22 do off the corner.
Yep.
He just snaps. He collects the car below him. Same situation.
Yeah, I mean, that is a no man's land up there. You do not want to be up in that wall. It obviously does something real evil to the car there.
Nick,
and unfortunately, Nick got kind of forced up there. But man, definitely not where you want to be.
Look at our best one turn on the Care instant replay. Watching Fluger, man, he saw the 98 up there, knew what was about to happen probably, still gets collected. Spins right there in front of the 94 and the 5. And eventually turns the 94 around off of his back bumper.
Well, the only good thing is, I mean, still got quite a bit of laps. We got 150 to go, a little over 150 to go, and the cars don't look too horribly damaged. But man, it's a battlefield out there tonight. I mean, we knew from practice it was going to be a little rough, but yeah, you could definitely see if you're watching the stream right now how rough it is for some of these guys tonight.
I want to back this up around the board with Nick Alford. He had issues off the corner to start. Low contact with 21, gets him in the wall, goes into the corner up high. in the wall again, and he's just trying to gather it up, and it still just snaps on exit like that. I swear this car has a mind of its own sometimes, it seems. You see the carnage there.
Well, with the extra horsepower and the stiff chassis and the nature of the track, I mean, it's just, yeah, it's like a triple whammy for these guys. But I'll tell you, we have a whole new top 5 right now, man. Actually, I think a whole new top 10. It looks like we've got a huge shakeup right now as far as positioning goes. Kevin Ruff starting on point. Brandon Fetterplace to the inside. Kevin said he'd taken the upper row.
Yeah, some of these guys decided to pit. Tyler Bowers, Tim Wortman.
Yeah, I don't think Kevin or Brandon or even Jonathan Atkins, Ben Tracy, the top 4 right now. I don't think anybody has tires. I think the fresh tires right now are maybe Richie Coy, maybe even Lewis Meglin.
Yep, Kevin Ruff, Brandon Fetterplace, Ben Tracy on old tires. Green flag's going to fly here. Kevin Ruff launches.
Well, he was at least paying attention to what Tim Wortman was doing because, yeah, he started on the outside and took advantage of it.
Now, Atkins has got fresh tires. He just came down, so he's the first guy on fresh tires. Richie Coy with fresh tires as well.
Yeah, Griff Jonathan, man, he's really he wants that lead.
Yeah, Kevin not willing to give that up just yet. He said, I just got it. Let me hold it for a minute.
Yep, Johnson's like, nope. Man, they're fighting. They're fighting tough for it. But I'll tell you, they're pulling away from Fetterplace a little bit, too, even running side by side.
Gotta be careful on that top. I'm just worried about Atkins there snapping off the corner, but he's running that top a good bit here. He's going to get it off the corner once again here, trying to clear the 99. I think he will off turn 2 here.
Yeah, he had it in the last corner, but he finally was able to solidify the deal there.
All right, here comes the 19 of Coy outside of the 34 of Fetterplace. Gets that position now, sets his sight on the 99 of Kevin Ruff.
Richie running a little bit higher lane, too. Got to be careful up there. But I guess that's where you got to be, though, if you want to pass Kevin at this point.
We got 105 laps in the book, 145 to go.
All right, Richie clears Kevin now. So we got a Fury 1-2 right now. And I think the only hot lap hero in the game is Fetterplace now sitting in 4th. But Fetterplace has just been kind of out there relaxing a little bit. No fuss, no muss. Saving his stuff, it looks like.
He's only one inside of the top 10 right now. We can count him out.
Yeah.
Bowers back in 14th, or actually battling side by side with David Duran for 14th. And then Nick Alford, the first car, 1 lap down. Just trying to hang in there. Had to get some damage repaired. Yeah, speaking of furious, we got a car up the wall. Is that Tyler Bowers? Yeah.
Yeah, that was Tyler, yeah.
Oh, and we got a caution. Jonathan Atkins, our leader, wrecked
wow.
off turn 2. And we got somebody sliding sideways as they go by him. Was that Nick Alford sideways as he went by? Oh, my goodness, our leader. We take our eyes off the lead, and suddenly...
That was the 12. Shad Kern, unfortunately, was avoiding Jonathan there and got a little loose. Did the pendulum snap.
Yeah, but I don't think he hit anything.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he stayed away from everybody.
Where's Atkins? Let's go back and see what happened here to bring out this caution. Our leader, I was talking about how high he was getting. Is it a case of getting up too high? No, he just spins going into the corner by himself.
Yeah, he didn't really even have any pressure from Richie there, and
Shad drifted by him there. Yeah, that's something else to sign for with the 1. Into the corner. Bumps, and it just gets out from under him.
I hate to say it, I almost see a leader curse happening right now, it seems like.
He's right on board with Shad Curran. He slid his way through here. Last minute. Just a little drifting action. He did miss him, though.
He did, yeah. And again, it almost looked like he hit the brakes, the rear end stepped out, which is this car is very typical for, and then the pendulum just kind of swung the other direction.
Well, from the penthouse to the outhouse and back to the penthouse for the 19 at Coy. And I tell you what, some of these other guys, Nick Alford went from the penthouse to the outhouse and trying to get back to the penthouse.
Yeah. Jonathan, unfortunately, he's in the sub basement right now.
He's.
Yeah, he's our last guy on the lead lap right now.
Just rolling off pit road. Yeah.
Richie Coy chooses the bottom lane. Interesting strategy.
And look at Lewis Maglin in 43 showing up here. Outside of the front row, it's kind of where you want to be on that top side on these restarts. We'll see if he can do anything with it. We've seen some of the guys roll that top and able to get around the car beside him. Of course, the leader's going to get to launch when he wants to, but you got to be careful with that as well. But Maglin showing up here. You got Lane Allen in third. Tim Wortman's back up there to fourth. And Austin DeMore side by side with Victor Pfluger for the third row. So we'll see what happens on this restart. 19 at Coy going to be your leader.
Yeah, Luce has already had, 2 accidents himself, Richie with 1, and they're leading the pack right now.
It's going to be one of those nights. Green flag flies, so the 19 at Coy gets a good jump. 43 of Meglin going to maintain second position, side by side for third between Wortman and Lane Allen.
I'm kind of watching that 83 right now. Got that outside line that he likes a lot. So he's already, he's still side by side with Lane Allen in the 14. He gets him cleared now. Looks like, well, almost.
The 19 at Coy had a little issue off turn 4 there. It's brought everybody back with him. He's now at 43, looking in his mirror, sees that 83 of Tim Wortman, starting to work over that middle lane.
And 5 Austin DeMore on the move now as well. He just gets by Lane Allen. Looks like Pfluger's going to go by Lane Allen now too. He's working on him on the outside. Ooh, there, a little contact. Pfluger's turn.
He's
no
in
caution,
the wall.
no caution.
21 Pfluger in the against the wall here, trying to let everybody come back by, and they do. He's going to rejoin, but I think he's broke.
Yeah, him and Lane touched a little bit there. Yeah, pretty quick.
Battle for second. Here comes the 83 on the bottom of the 43. Wortman to the inside of Meglin. Pfluger is going to bring it down pit road, so he is broke.
Ouch, man. And a lot of guys just probably not having the night that they were expecting tonight.
Let's go back and watch, see what happened to the 21 here. Side by side with the 14. 3, 1, and 2, no harm, no foul there. It's all going to happen down here in 3 and 4. A little contact, 14 up the track into the 21. 21 up in the wall, and I think that is probably going to be a broken toe link for him. That's why he's on pit road.
Yeah, he's already 2 laps down, so we'll see if he'll completely forget the night, but he might be able to salvage a few points tonight. We've been having a little bit of attrition, so.
Well, Wortman is dispatched of the 43 of Meglin, and the 5 of DeMore is trying to do the same thing. But Wortman set his sights on our leader, the 19 of Coy. Still side by side behind him, Lane Allen, Kevin Ruff. Actually, Kevin trying to get to the outside of Lane Allen. 43 up in the wall. Can he hang on to it off the corner?
Yeah,
he does, but
we got a yellow for something else.
Ben Tracy having issues off turn 2. Well, let's go see what happened there.
Ouch. He hadn't helped, but he was already kind of in a.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was gathering it up. Yeah, I don't think Joshua really had anywhere to go.
No, he was dead sideways in the middle of the track, and you can't. If they check up, they're going to wreck too. So.
Yep. Yeah, fortunately, that Gaiman looked like he had a lot of. That was a pretty hard hit on that front nose of that car.
Yeah, just turns him around there.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was smoking. I mean, he's definitely indented that front end, but I don't see any smoke yet. Man, that was a rough hit.
Yeah, 33 was wrecking, and the 61 just helped him on along.
Yeah, Joshua's in for obviously repairs.
Actually, let's ride on board with Josh. That'd be a good one. It happens quick here at Bristol, and it happens right in front of the 61. Sideways, yeah, you try to lock it down, but you lock it down in the middle of the track, and, well, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you know, it's natural to try to kind of catch the car, though. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm looking. It looks like Nick Elford got his lap back probably from that last caution. We must have missed that. And Joshua Gaiman now is ranked 17th, and he's our last car in the lead lap. Derek Catt is 2 laps down. I don't know if Derek maybe actually is going to get one of his laps back this time around. Not 100% sure on that one.
I think he did. He's dropping to the rear.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
lucky dog. All right, well,
Yeah.
it's going to be Coy on the front row with Tim Wortman, though, who's worked his way back to the front. Wortman with a strong car tonight, working his way back to the front here. And Coy actually going to take the outside this time by didn't want to give that outside to the 83.
I was going to say he's playing a little defensive, and I'm hearing over the radio Kevin Ruff is saying breaking the teammates up.
He is. Got Austin DeMore there, and David Duran showing up on that third row with Lewis Macklin. So
he had a little bit of incident as well. I'm looking at all the cars here in our top 10. 34 is the only one I think that really hasn't been in anything. Well, maybe the 83 as well, but.
Green flag flies. 19 McCoy takes off. The battle is on for second as the 83 tries to get the power down. Can't quite do it. It's going to be Kevin Ruff jumping out to second spot, side by side with the 5 of DeMore and Tim Wortman for third.
Yeah, it just shows you how strong that outside line is. I mean, we've been seeing Tim make great moves on that outside line, but when he's stuck on the inside, yeah, he's down to fourth already.
I mean, he's done the same thing the other guys have done here as far as, you know, struggling on that bottom, kind of getting freight trained on these starts. And I tell you what, you don't want to start on the bottom on these restarts, it seems like.
No, yeah. It's it's just hard to get the power down, and you know, again, like I say, I think that the beauty line is maybe 1 to 2 laps off the apron there.
Ooh, Wortman loose off the corner, hangs on to it, fighting that 5 of DeMore.
Well, he's making the pass on DeMore, actually. Got it done.
And don't look too far back. Here comes Tyler Bowers back into our top 5. Bowers getting around David Duran to move in the 5th position.
Yeah, I knew they weren't going to be hiding for much longer, but yeah. And it looks like he's got a teammate on the outside right behind him there.
David struggling there on the bottom of the corner, a little sideways off the corner last time by.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to be stuck in that sucker hole down there. It just seems like, and especially too, if you're on the outside, you have that opportunity to maybe kind of hold the guy down there a little bit lower than they would be comfortable running at. Yeah, I mean, David, man, he just got a little loose there.
He's hanging
43
on.
now, yeah. Well, he might have a little bit older tires than some of the other guys out there as well. I know a few guys did get some fresh rubber that time around.
He does. But so does our leader. Actually, our leader has the oldest tires. 87 is the last lap he pitted. Everybody else is at least 10 lap fresher.
Well, he's got the old tires, but he also has some nice, clean, fresh air and a fresh track in front of him. So all he's got to do is just get out there and keep hitting those marks and, put Kevin on defense right now.
Yeah, Kevin having a good run tonight as well, running in second spot. That new paint scheme kind of inspired him to kind of step up his game. He's showing up here tonight, trying to battle for this lead. Has a little fresher tires, so I feel like if he gets side by side, he may have a little bit of an advantage.
Well, got to catch him, and then he could think about trying to pass him. But again, if he could save a little bit, we might see that green long green run going.
Derek Catt slow on the backstretch. Had an issue there. He's going to get back up to speed. I wonder if he's got some damage, though, as our leaders are catching it.
Well, he's slow. He's definitely off pace. Having a hard time getting the exit. But yeah, he's going to be a chicane for these guys up front here in a little while. Yeah, they're catching him very quick.
we've seen recently that lap cars can be an obstacle that you don't want to have to face.
Well, you assume that when you get to the lap car, they're going to do the right thing. It looks like, yeah, Derek took the high line there. He's giving the Richie the low line there. But, man, Derek just tapped the wall a little bit. Whoa. That was close.
Well, you got 2 wide coming up on him right now. The 29 trying to stay out of the way. They make it. They slide through there.
Wow. Bunch of purple cars passing that red car.
Derek has had enough. He can get to the apron, get out of the way.
Sometimes that's just the smartest thing to do.
I mean, things happen faster at Bristol, and there's not much room to work with either. So,
well, no, and you come around the corner quickly. You know, we talk about this. You know, some guys, you know, I run VR. Some guys have triple monitors. Some guys only have single monitors. And if you're a single monitor guy, it's hard to see what's coming around the corner, just because the corners are so tight. You got the little wall up there as well that inhibits your viewing, so you can't really see what's around that corner. It's tough.
I tell you what, Kevin Ruff's starting to reel in our leader just a little bit, but behind him, Tim Wortman joining the party once again after that start, and he's bringing Tyler Bowers with him. We got a 4-car race for the lead here.
Yeah, they got almost 7/10 over 5th place right now, Austin Demore. But I'll tell you, yeah, Richie's got the oldest tires out there right now. He's kind of keeping Kevin at bay right now.
These guys, you can tell, they're just somewhat tiptoeing around here, making sure not to put a wheel wrong. You see the 83 have a little bobble off the corner. It's going to open the door. Here comes the 94 Bowers to his outside. Battle for 3rd.
Well, you don't want to make it a long battle, because the more you go too wide, the more you're going to burn up your stuff. Looks like Tyler's able to make quick work of that.
Bowers up to 3rd.
Yeah, watching, we got 3rd place in Demore behind them. They were going too wide. Well, they're still kind of battling for that 5th spot.
Yeah, also tried to hang there. Just cannot get the power off the corner. They're going to cede that position of the 34 Fetter place. And David Duran right behind him.
Yeah, we saw David having a little bit of issue there, but he been able to kind of hang on to 7th pretty well right now. And then Jonathan Atkins, we saw him spin for the lead. He's already back up to 8th here, and looks like he's moving a little bit forward.
Still flirting with that top side.
Yeah. Back up front, man. Richie Coy, Kevin is not really caught him. Kind of holding 3 to 4 tenths away from him right now. Just really has not been able to make any room on him.
Go around Derek Cat once again there. Yeah, he's kind of hanging with the 19 of Coy right now. Coy doing a good job with those older tires up front. Like you said, got that track position, that clean air.
Yeah, it's definitely helping him right now. And I mean, the way it looks, I think Kevin's going to have a little bit issue with Tyler before Kevin becomes an issue with Richie. Because, yeah, here comes Tyler. He's all over Kevin's bumper right now.
Yeah, more than 94 of Tyler Bowers closing in on the 99. We are under 100 laps to go. 98 laps to go, to be exact. 52 in the books. Here comes that 94. And they start seeing those lap count, kind of come down. They click off fast here.
Yeah, I mean, it's only half mile. I mean, they're doing, 15, 16-second laps here. So, I mean, yeah, they're going to click off quickly. Which means, if you are back there saving, you don't want to be saving too long. And you got to kind of figure out how to make your move. As far as gasoline goes, too, everybody should have enough to finish it. Maybe Richie might be the only one that might be a little tight on gas right now.
For 3rd. Wortman getting around the 99. A couple of teammates there. 83 Wortman up into 3rd spot. It's funny how some of these kind of ebb and flow. Some of these cars, some of these drivers, some of them are quick off the jump. Some of them take a few laps to get going. Like David Duran, the 21, it seemed like their short run speed's maybe not there, but the long run speed's pretty good. And some of these guys just fire off from the start and are really quick, and then kind of fade.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking at the number 5 when you say that because he's getting actually passed by the 51 of Durand right now.
Saw that pop up. Yep. 51's going to go around him. Joshua Gaiman right there behind him as well. Actually, not right behind him. It's lap car, I think, of Derek Cat.
I'm just looking at Jonathan Atkins. He kind of stalled out. He's got a 2-second gap from to 5th place right now. He's kind of on his own little island there because he really doesn't have any pressure from Durand behind him.
You talk about the 34, Brandon Fetterplace kind of having a quiet night. He's just quietly in the top 5. This is the kind of night you want to have at a treacherous track like this. It's a little short track. He's got a nice little points lead, just kind of wants to protect that. So he's just doing everything he can just to have a solid night. Nothing spectacular, just another top 5 and roll on.
I haven't even seen the car get loose either. So yeah, he's got a real comfy setup. You know, it's like an old pair of slippers he's driving out there right now, and he's just keeping it clean. And yeah, he knows. He just got to kind of maintain. He's got a little bit of a. I mean, definitely, obviously, his point lead is Brand, but even over Nick Alford and Victor Pfluger. Unfortunately, Pfluger's out right now, so even the 2 and 3 right now, and the points are not really battling him.
We're gonna have a battle. I thought you were going to keep talking, we were going to miss it. But the 94 has closed up real quick on the 19 here. We have a battle for the lead here in the next, well, maybe the next corner.
Well, yeah. Well, I was watching that 34 because he gets by Kevin Ruff now. So Fetterplace up to 4th right now. He's having a quiet night, but he's in the non-saving mode. He's in the go mode.
Well, again, I think maybe those hot lap cars may be really good on the longer run as they're starting to heat up and move towards the front. I tell you, that 94 all over the back bumper, that 19 at Coy. And I tell you what, I know this track is a short track, but you get a car on your back bumper, it might do some weird things to you aero-wise. We've seen some of the others tracks. You got to kind of wonder about that too, with that 94 tucked up right behind the 19.
Well, the big issue that they're going to have to deal with right now is lap traffic. Lewis Meglin, he's the next guy, he's the last guy in the lead lap right now, and they're going to both catch him.
Here comes the 94
Lewis
to the
moves
outside.
out of the way. Wow, nice job by Lewis.
19 wiggles off the corner there. It's going to open the door for the 94 to take the lead, and he does off turn 2. New leader to the 94, Tyler Bowers.
Well, those tires, yeah, starting to come into play right now, too. Kermit Henn is the next guy they're going to catch as far as lap traffic goes. And Kermit's already 1 lap down.
And a little bit of a rhythm here, starting to click off these laps. 82 laps to go.
Yeah, well, I think that's what everybody wants to see. Are we going to stay green for the rest of this? Don't know. But like I say, the only one I'd be really worried about is maybe Richie. I don't remember how much fuel you can pack into these cars to get around here, but I would say you got at least, 100, maybe 120, maybe even 150 laps.
A third car is into the battle for the lead. Here comes 83 Wortman showing up as well. Another car that's got a good long run setup under it, apparently, as he's rolling right to the back bumper of the 19. I think those old tires for the 19 maybe are starting to show up as a little bit as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Of course, Fetterplace joining the party as well.
I told you he's got the go pedal down because, yeah, he's definitely catching this group here. They're getting around her Kermit right now, so they kind of slowed up that pack a little bit. Brought Fetterplace right to the 83.
Aboard the 34 Fetterplace.
I'm looking at Kevin Ruff, too. Kevin Ruff really has not escaped Fetterplace right now. And if you look a little further back, you got Jonathan Atkins. He's actually gained a second on that group there. He might be back in the mix here by the end of this. But man, once Tyler got around Richie, he's gone. Almost 8/10 lead right now. It's good to see, though, the cars are looking pretty stable, at least. They've settled in.
Yeah, they have. And that's good news for everybody, but like you said, you wonder about the 19 at Corey. Last pit on lap 87.
Yeah, that's what? That's 163 laps he's got to do in one tank. Yeah, I don't know if he's got enough there. I guess we'll find out, right?
Yeah. We'll find out together. So he's trying to hold on to second spot. The 83 of Wortman's caught him, but kind of settled in there for third.
Yeah, I know when the tire fall off does happen. I mean, at least it has in the past. It's pretty dramatic. So I think when Richie's tires maybe do eventually fall off, we're going to see him really travel to the back there. But he's hanging in. I mean, he's doing a really good job at doing just that.
Just looking through the field, I tell you what, one car that has not rebounded, I thought I expected to kind of be moving forward, that 98 of Nick Alford. Kind of wonder if he's got some suspension, maybe some suspension issues he's kind of dealing with after that contact with the wall.
Well, he did, yeah. That accident did kind of hurt him right now. He's got Casey Vermeulen under him right now. We know Casey likes to save. He's a good tire saver out there as well. So
we got issues.
Yep, was out.
61
Cat.
Joshua Game and Derek Cat together. Caution flies.
I'm sure that's something Richie wanted to see. We're going to have a pretty busy pit road, I have a feeling.
Yeah, our leader's already hitting it. So Tyler Bowers to pit road, Richie Coy, Tim Wortman, and others.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't know if Joshua Gaiman got loose before Derek hit him, or he got loose because Derek hit him.
Let's go back and look at our best. We're trying all to carry instant replay, see if we can pick apart what happened here. Oh, contact from Lane Allen sends Derek Cat up the wall. That wasn't the caution. That was the initial thing. That was laps before. Now we'll see what happened to bring up the caution with the 29. Just drives into the corner, into the quarter panel of the 61. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like, and I don't know. Derek's been a few laps down, so got to treat our lead lappers a little bit better than that.
Well, they come racing around him too there. Scary moment for some of our leaders.
Yeah.
All right.
Thankfully, yeah, they cleared to the bottom of the track quickly, but it didn't look like Joshua got too much damage out of that. Had to give myself a refill here. I wish I had a victory fuel, but I don't know if you want to throw the sponsor plug in there.
Well, I was just checking chat. We'll do that in a minute. Jonathan Gimp Atkins, says Donnie Batiste. Well, Jonathan is ailing a bum knee, apparently.
Yep, I see Mom out there rooting on Richie.
And a fan of the 21 Victor Fluger. Unfortunately, that was laps back, but he's had some issues and retired. 94 is my favorite driver. Well, with the name Bowers in your name, I would hope so. Wait to go Tyler, he says.
Yep.
Or she says. Sorry, it's Chelsea. I wonder. Green flag flies, so it is Tyler Bowers out front. And we are racing here at Bristol with the 34th better place. Couple of hot lap hero drivers working their way to the top. Richie Coy in third. I guess a couple of Fury drivers following him.
Yeah, unfortunately, the way it's looking though, you might save yourself 500,000 credits though. These hot lap heroes again, they showed up. Richie does get around Brandon Fetterplace though. He is all over Bowers.
Kind of split them up. Here comes Wortman to the outside of the 34 Fetter Place 2. Here comes the 19 Okoye fighting for the lead on the outside.
Man, look at that. Made a nice power move. He's got the lead.
Yep, takes the lead from the 94. Richie Coy out front. Still the battle for third continues. Wortman on the outside. Fetter Place on the inside.
Well, usually we say, it's nice to chill a couple of laps, but I think Richie had that momentum, and he just wanted to get back out there in that clean air. I mean, he was able to kind of hang on, especially on the older tires.
Ooh, Jonathan Atkins, big wide off turn 2 there. Wiggles. Hangs on to it, but we saw that before. That's why I switched to him. I knew that was going to be issues. He hangs on to it, though.
Yeah, it's like playing with fire on that outside line. You're going to get burned there if you can't manage it. But, man, he was able to hang on to it.
All right, so we got equal tires up front now with all these guys. No more tire strategy.
Yep, equal tire. Everybody should have enough gas, and we got a little less than 60 laps to go here. And they're going to click off quick.
Bowers all over the back bumper of the 19 now. Looks like he's got those tires warm and ready to fight for the lead, but unfortunately has an issue through 1 and 2 there. It's going to drop him back into the clutches of the 83 of Tim Wortman Jr.
Yeah, he either got a little tighter or he's trying a different line. Oh, we got a little spin to the back. It's Gaiman
Joshua
again.
Gaiman around off turn 4, and caution will fly.
Wow. I wonder if he's got maybe some residual damage that happened there. Yeah, he just got loose coming out of 4.
Well, let's see it. Turn 4. Just trying to get the gas down and just comes around on him right in front of him. The 33, I think, had been Tracy also. I don't know if he moved to the bottom or got loose off the corner as well.
Yeah, the sad thing, too, I mean, we really haven't seen a lot of car-on-car contact. It's just been the car's been so rough to handle. And we got, this is our 10th caution for the evening. And I want to say 7 out of the 10 have been just self-spins, just the car getting out from under you.
Yeah.
It has been rough tonight, for sure. But I believe Kermit Henney, he's finally getting his lucky dog back. He'll be on the lead lap. He'll be our 16th car on the lead lap.
Just riding around here, you see the clouds kind of rolled in. It's getting a little dark around the speedway. It's going to change the temperature of the track as well. Kind of wonder what that's going to do to the cars.
Yeah, we're not in lake territory, so they're not gonna turn on lights for these guys. But yeah, can play a little track havoc here. Now the question is Richie going to run that top lane again like he did a couple restarts ago? I would venture. I mean, if it were me, I'd be on that outside lane.
We're talking about the Victory Fuel Ford, and while he's out front, we better get this in, right?
Yeah.
Want to go to drinkvictory.com, use code FTSR for 10% off your order. Again, the great stuff. They got 3 great flavors: Throttle Punch, Purple Potion, Lucky Lemon. The 19's looking pretty lucky tonight, although he's running the Throttle Punch colors, which is my favorite flavor anyway. So definitely want to bounce over there, check them out, check the website out, maybe get you some gear while you're there. drinkvictory.com, use code FTSR. And save yourself 10% and support the league at the same time. So we do appreciate it if you guys will use that code just to help us out a little bit, help them out as well. And remember, the Victory Fuel is the proud sponsor of the Victory Fuel Cup Series every Monday night here at Full Throttle Sim Racing and Full Throttle TV.
And every victor of every race gets a free 4-pack.
I always forget to mention that, but these guys race every week for a free 4-pack of Victory Fuel. So that is really cool. A cool thing that they do to kind of sponsor the series as well. So it's awesome. Those get sent out, and these guys get to enjoy some free Victory Fuel. So they get to try it for free. You can try it too. drinkvictory.com. All right, pace car's going to peel off. Richie Coy leading. Tyler Bowers, Brandon Fetter Place, Wortman, and Atkins your top 5. Oh, the inside lane does not get going, but the outside lane launches. Yeah,
a bit of a stack up there, kind of putting the Tyler Bowers on on the 8 ball, behind the 8 ball, but he's got his teammate next to him, so they're trying to race with each other. I'm sure, right?
Well, you would think they are racing each other pretty hard there for second spot, though. I think the 34 trying to inch out ahead here. Not quite clearing the 3.
I know Richie, if he's looking in that mirror, he's liking what he sees because, yeah, they're all stacked up behind him back there.
They really are. And now the 94 Bowers finally gets free there, but he's lost a bit of track position on the 19 at Coy. But I know Richie's got to be thinking in his back of his mind that there's at least another caution coming that's going to stack everything back up. So it's only temporary.
Well, yeah, you got to have that the intuition that, yes, you're probably in.
14.
There it is.
Lane Allen, sideways on the backstretch. Caution flies.
Yep, as we were talking about it flew. And again, just another kind of a car handling self-spin there.
Up the track. I mean, he's on that top side, comes down and tacks somebody in the side there.
Is it Nick Alford?
Just loose off the corner. Yeah, tags the 98 there. Luckily, the 98 keeps going. Luckily, got him in the door. And just kind of absorbed that hit. But yeah, 19 of the 14 there. Just that very top lane there. You go up the corner, and it just snaps sideways.
Lane in the top lane, not a good thing. But yeah, man, Joshua Gaiman and even Kermit Henny, both of them did a pretty good job of missing lane there. Although it looks like Joshua and both Lane are back in the pits here. They're gonna get a little work done. Maybe even grab a new set of shoes.
Yeah, top 11 stay down. Everybody else comes to pit road.
Yeah, I'm looking at Kermit Henny. He's actually still in the pits right now. Probably just trying to get some stuff fixed. Yeah, unfortunately, he's back to a lap down.
Well, we are getting down to it, Tony. Under 50 laps, 46 laps to go here. And will we see these guys back on pit road?
That is a tough question. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if there's another caution, say in another 20 laps or so, I could see, yeah. But yeah, I don't know if anybody's coming in.
Last pit lap,
this early.
182. Some of these guys just stopped here on 204. Of course, those guys are the ones that, well, Gaiman and, well, Nick, Casement, Rowland, Nick Alford, Shaq Curran, Lewis Meglin, Joshua Gaiman, and Lane Allen. Did I say Lane Allen twice? I may have. Are the latest pitters. So they may stay out if these guys do choose to pit. That could make things kind of interesting up front, too. We'll look forward to that. Because they're going to get a green flag here with 44 laps remaining. Richie Coy leading Tyler Bowers on the front row. Green flag flies. You see him wiggle trying to get the power down. Coy's going to jump out to the lead side by side once again with teammates, the 34 and the 94. Not for long, though. Here comes Tyler Bowers, shot out of a cannon on the bottom.
Yeah, he took a while to get going. I mean, you can see how brutal the restart was, but he was able to kind of gain it up in that first corner.
These guys are going to start laying it out on the line here now. Starting to get down to it. They need to get this track position and get out there towards the front if they're going to have something to say about the win tonight.
Well, I think the big issue right now, too, is, yeah, even if we do get another restart, that outside line, if Richie continues to start in the outside line, it's so much of an advantage right now.
Look at this 33, Ben Tracy, up into the top 5. He had struggles all night tonight. Here he is battling our points leader, the 34, Fetter Place. Was close off the corner there.
Yeah, he's trying to make that upper line work around Fetter Place there, but...
Atkins big loose off the corner there right behind him.
Yeah, Austin DeMore kind of had to check up a bit there.
Here comes Kevin Ruff looking to the inside of the 51 of David Duran back here. That's for 8th spot. can't get that done, but here comes his fresh tires. Lewis Meglin looking to the inside of the 99. A lot of racing going on back here. Oh, Meglin loose off the corner, hangs on to it.
Yeah, now he's just trying to salvage that spot over a Gaiman there. Although Gaiman's also has fresh tires, so.
Jack Curran up the track, hanging on to it. All this is happening behind the 19 at Coy. Tyler Bowers, they're starting to run him down, reel him in just a little bit.
Well, Tyler's trying to go back-to-back tonight, too. And, he's got his wife in there chatting, rooting him out right now, so.
He is my husband. I didn't want to make assumptions, but I kind of thought that was the case. All right.
She's probably sitting right next to him in the sim rig.
He's been fast the last 4 weeks. Of course, our last week's winner. He's been fast in the races before that as well. Just had some unfortunate issues, had technical issues, computer issues at Darlington, and then had some other issues. The race after that, I think at Martinsville, had some issues late in the race, but then rebounded at Rockingham with the win. He's been in contention every week. So when he can keep things going right, he is in contention. And here he is once again, starting to work over the back of Tyler Bowers. Here comes Wortman in the picture as well. And Tim was fast early.
Yeah, Tim led just about every lap in the first half of this race. And he's been, he's always that quiet guy that still stays in the top 5 all night. And, still showing his hand right now. Looking for those points.
Mr. Consistency. He even
yeah.
kind of embraces that moniker.
And he does a really good job at it, too. I mean, week in, week out, and no fuss, no muss. He's always there. You can always expect to see him in the top 5 and, even leading a lap or two throughout the race. So that's what you need. You need that consistency all week, or every week.
32 laps to go. We're riding aboard the 94 Bowers, trying to work over the Ford of Richie Coy, the 19 in front.
Yeah, Richie has not left that he's like a lane off the apron there, and he has just not moved off of that spot. He's got a little bit of company though. Here comes Bowers.
Looking to the outside. Peeks a nose there, but can't hang on exit. Now he's to the outside. Now he's going to force the 19 of Coy to have to cede that lane coming off the corner, which can be troublesome.
Yeah, we've seen Richie struggle down there earlier on there. Yeah, they're getting a little tight there.
They know each other really well there off the corner.
It looks like Tim Wortman's giving them both just a little bit of room though too.
19 up the track just a little bit. Fighting hard for this lead. Caution flies though. Ben Tracy involved off turn 2. We were just talking about the run he was having. Him and Joshua Gaiman come together.
Man, Joshua's just been having some bad luck the last half of this race. Man.
Oh, we got some pitters. We were talking about pitting. Here they come. Yeah. Tim Wortman down. The top 2 stay out though.
Interesting.
One of the top 2. I think the top 5 are going to stay on track. Or will they pit the second time by? While they're doing that, let's look at our replay here. Best One Tire Auto Care instant replay to see what happened to that was the wrong car. Joshua Gaiman. Oh, the 33 with issues off the corner, and Gaiman just in the wrong spot.
Yeah, he's been finding himself in the wrong spot a few times tonight too. And, yeah, definitely not what we've seen of him in the last few races.
33 just did what we saw all night. Guys getting high through the corner, coming off the corner, it just snaps around.
Yeah, and they both had some pretty heavy damage going into that inside barrier. Definitely going to hurt the 2 of their nights tonight. If they can even get back out there.
Yeah, that's some pretty big hits. Yeah, by both of them, you were right.
Yeah, a couple guys that stayed out. I mean, yeah, what do we have? 5 guys that stayed out. Lane Allen being the last guy to stay out. Although Lane did pit the last caution we had, so he doesn't have that old of tires.
Yeah, lap 182 for the top 4 who stayed out. 204 for Lane Allen and 224 for Tim Wortman on back. So as far as laps they pitted, so
Well, the only big issue is, and it is kind of hard to pass around here. So those new tires are going to have to really show up if they're going to have to try and get there. But you got to take your time and be a little patient with it too, and give these guys the space that they need. Richie, unfortunately though, he's going to be stuck on the lower side because I assume Tyler's going to take the outside for this restart.
Tim Wortman going to be the first guy on the fresher tires. We'll see from 6th spot. We'll see if he can do anything with our leaders. He is going to be starting in the top lane, which is kind of what you want. So Tyler Bowers is going to take the top lane, so our leader's going to start from the top lane.
The big issue is some of these guys on the fresh tires, they don't have a whole lot of time to move and shake. I mean, we got 20 laps, which is nothing with the 16-second lap times.
We're going to restart with 23 laps remaining here. Pace car's going to peel off. Tyler Bowers bringing them down. Green flag flies. Great jump from the top side. Well, our teammates side by side for second now. It's Jonathan Atkins on the outside of Richie Coy.
Well, we knew Jonathan was going to give him plenty of room because Jonathan likes running that high side. There he goes. Yeah, he clears Richie.
And here comes Tim Wortman trying to work the top of the 34 Brandon Fenner place. He's going to move Wortman up to 4th spot.
Yeah. Tim's got the first tires right now. He's able to clear Feder place real easy there.
And he's had a quick car all night.
Fortunately, he's got a fury wall in front of him right now. He's going to have to kind of work his way through. And unfortunately, Tyler's starting to get away. If he wants any bit of the lead here,
way up the track. Is that going to open the door for Wortman? It does, just barely.
Wow.
Very close off the corner there. Wortman takes 3rd spot, though. He's able to make quick work of the 1.
Got those fresh tires. He really wants it. He really wants this win here.
19 with an issue off the corner. Here comes Wortman to the inside. The 19 wiggled off the corner, and that's Wortman to 2nd. So Tim Wortman on the move. All this happening, though, behind the 94 of Bowers, who's got quite the lead.
I'm looking at lap times, too. Bowers ran a 15.2. Wortman ran a 15.1.
Here comes David Duran, Austin Demore side by side. Actually, that's Feder Place side by side. Demore behind him.
Demore's going to pass him, looks like. And Wortman is closing in. He's down to 5/10 right now.
We're trying to close the gap to the 94 Bowers with those fresher tires.
Wortman's last lap was a 15.26 to a 15.39.
Well, we saw in the truck race this last lap battle coming down to it, 15 laps remaining, and the 83 is there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and he's been easily running a 10th quicker every lap here. He's just going to have to find a way around him. He's got plenty of time to get there.
Oh, he's there. He's just got to put a game plan together of where he wants to pass, how he wants to pass.
Man, they're both getting a little squirrely on the exit there.
Looking to the top side, nothing doing right there. He's going to get a run off. Can't do anything with it. 94 Bowers, tough off the corner. 94 actually moves up the track just a little bit to cover that move.
He's going to have to try and do that for another 12 laps here if he wants to continue. But I don't think he's got it.
Boy, the 83 is quick, but he's got to make this pass. Looking to the inside. Here he comes to the inside into turn 3. Side by side off the corner.
The outside line, though, he's got that momentum. He's holding him at bay pretty much with that outside line momentum.
He is, but he's sticking there. 94 doing a good job. They're going to come to the line. 10 laps remaining. 83 trying to work on his first career win here at FTSR. Tyler Bowers got his first career win last week. Could we see a back-to-back first-time winners, or are we going to see a back-to-back Tyler Bowers win?
Well, I was in the truck race, and I know the truck race finished kind of like this. We might have the cup race finishing like this, it looks like.
All this bringing the 19 Akoi back into the picture as well. Bauer's going to reassume the lead here. 8 laps remaining. Tim Wortman going to have to regroup.
Yeah, he's definitely not able to kind of cut it there on the low line. He's going to have to try and maybe kind of shuck and jive and maybe try to get above him. Although it looked like he was trying to diamond effect there that last set of corners.
I think he's clearly faster. He's just got to find a way around.
Yep.
All right, here he comes, looking to the inside once again. Tied off the corner, though. 6 laps to go.
Yeah, the laps are ticking tightly. Man.
What a battle between these two.
I think Richie's probably got the best view for it right now. He's hoping maybe a little contact, and he might be able to sneak one way. Oh, and there it was.
There's a little contact. I think Wortman's just...
Oh, yeah.
Boy, I tell you what, I thought he was working forward, so he kind of lost a little ground there. You're right. Here comes that 19 Accoy. Now Wortman's going to have to worry about getting attacked from behind.
Yeah, unfortunately, the laps are just, they're ticking off quickly here.
4 laps to go. Going to be 3 to go at the line.
He's going to have to try one more last-ditch effort to try and get around him.
Bauer's trying to hang on. Wortman to the back bumper. What a battle between these guys.
This is great racing out there right now by the top 3.
All right, 2 laps. 2 laps remaining. Wortman drives to the top. He's going to try to drive down the corner on exit. Little contact with the wall. They're still right there. All right, white flag. 1 lap to go here at Bristol. Can Bowers hang on? Can Wortman take it away? Wortman with a little issue through 1 and 2. That's going to give a little bit of space to Bowers through 3 and 4. Last-ditch effort by Wortman. It's not going to be enough. The winner, the 94, Tyler Bowers, gets it done here at Bristol. Wow, what a battle between the two of them.
That was some great racing there. I mean, yeah. Just shows you how hard it is to pass around here, and especially too if you can't get that run going on that bottom line, it's just that top line is just going to dominate you.
Very respectful racing by the two of them. I know Tim could have had several opportunities to kind of make that a little more eventful than I think anybody wanted to see, but chose to race him clean, gave him plenty of space. Same thing with the 94 Bowers, giving each other room. A lot of clean racing here tonight, and Bowers going to go 2 for 2.
2 for 2, and his wife is saying bounties won't stop him.
Yeah.
So, I guess you get to keep that 500,000 credits.
Well, it might go up next week.
Yeah, we're gonna maybe double down for next week. Yeah.
It's good news for somebody.
Yeah, crazy race though. I mean, great race actually. I mean, great finish there too. A little bit of rough. I mean, obviously the car was tough tonight, and the guys were struggling with it. But all in all, pretty good race.
It was really good race. Really good race up front. There at the end, Wortman gave everything he could there. And Richie Coy, like I said, best seat in the house for that battle. We've seen some great battles here this week here at Bristol. When it's not pit road issues and it's not the cars doing wacky things, it's been a great race. But let's look at the results here tonight for the Bristol 250. Again, Bowers bringing home the trophy. Going to get to hold that.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of trophy they give him.
It's a sword.
Bristol on it. Oh, they get a sword here? Didn't they used to give up the guitar was in Nashville.
Yeah, that's Nashville. Yeah. So Tyler Bowers gets it done there. Tim Wortman in second spot. Great battle for him. Had a great race tonight for him. Starting second, finished second. Richie Coy comes home in third in the Ford. We got a Toyota Chevy Ford, so I guess parity is a thing there. Fury Motorsports, third and fourth. You got Jonathan Atkins after his issues, finishes up in fourth spot. Great run for him. David Durant snuck into the top 5 there at the end. I hate we missed that, but he showed up here at the end in the 51, gets him a top 5 finish. Austin DeBoer finishes in 6th spot in the number 5 car. He got Brandon Fair to place, slides a little bit back to 7th there. Still a solid night for points. 8th spot for the 71 of Casey McMullen snuck into the top 10 here late. So a great run for him as well. You got Kevin Ruff in the 99 in ninth spot. A lot of nines. Shag Curran finishes up in 10th spot in that 12 machine. Top 10 for him. Where did he come from? He had a solid finish there as well. You got Lewis Maglin there and finishes up in 11th spot. 12th going to Kermit Henney in the number 84. 13th for Lane Allen in the number 14 machine. And 14th for the number 98 of Nick Alford.
All right, then finishing 15th, we have Ben Tracy in the 33. Derek Catt in the 29, finishing 16th. Joshua Gaiman in the 61 car, finishing 17th. Jose Medina in the 18th spot, car 24. Victor Fluger, car 21 in the 19th spot. Cameron King, car 92 in the 20th spot. Julio Villalobos Jr. I don't know why I was saying Victor from before, but 21st spot in car 45. Wyatt Hunley in 22nd car in the 22nd spot. A lot of twos there. And then you have J.P. Burns, car 18, 23rd spot. Ed Boyles Jr., 24th spot in the 38. And then in the 8th, Brian Bliss in the 25th spot. But, man, that was a great finish. Tim just could not get it done, but we'll ask him why.
Yep, Bowers claims the win and puts that bounty off for another week. So good showing for him, and back-to-back wins for Bowers. That's going to be a lot of fun to talk to him. We'll talk to our top 3 finishers on the other side of the commercial break. We'll do that when we come back right after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
The best team.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here, Bristol Motor Speedway, finishing up the Bristol 250 for the Victory Fuel Cup Series here on Full Throttle Television. Very fun finish. I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys are going to have to say. We're going to throw it over to our post-race show. Our post-race show is now sponsored by some of the guys that you saw on track here tonight. The Fine Line and Whiskey Podcast. That is Nick Alford and Brian Messer, who actually, I don't think Brian's actually running, but Nick Alford out there tonight experiencing the Bristol situation, I guess. I'm sure he's going to have a lot to talk about on his podcast. So definitely want to tune in to Fine Line Whiskey Podcast. You can find on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Those guys cover the NASCAR racing action from the week. They're going to be covering Bristol. They're going to be covering the experiences here on sim racing. They have some personal stories they usually share, which is a lot of fun to listen to. It's very, very entertaining. Definitely want to tune in the Fine Line Whiskey Podcast. Again, on Apple podcasts and also on Spotify. Definitely tune in and give those guys a like and a share too. You'll enjoy it if you tune in. It'll be a lot of fun. But another thing that's going to be a lot of fun is to talk to these top three finishers. We're going to start with third place. The guy with the best seat in the house, Richie Coy, finishing in third spot. Richie, that battle at the end got intense. You were closing in there. Were you thinking maybe there might be an opportunity if they mess up in front of you?
Yeah. I got super tight there on that last run with that last set of tires, and I just couldn't roll the center of the corner like I could. And when Wortman came up, I was like, you know what? You got fresher tires, man. Go try to win this race, and I'll just settle in for third because I didn't want to get second and talk to Tony again tonight.
Well, you lucked out.
Thanks for sparing me.
Third spot again. But man, yeah, listen, it was an eventful night there. You even had a spin yourself, kind of an adventure down the front stretch and off into turn 1 and 2. It looked treacherous out there. It looked like it was kind of tough.
It was. So I found something after that spin of what I was doing wrong, and I still had a couple wiggles every once in a while after that, but finding what I did wrong there kind of helped the second half of the race, and fortunately I didn't hit anything. I tried to get back up on the racetrack, and the tires are like, I am so mad at you, we're just gonna slide right here, and then NASCAR was like, caution, and I was like, damn. But yeah, up and down night, we'll take it.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's up down for everybody. I think everybody in the field had a moment there, at least one or two moments there. I'd say for a few that just kind of had a solid night. I tell you what, Tim Wortman's machine, he was fast. Tyler Bowers was fast there, but those restarts, man, if you were the leader, you got a gap. And there was at one point you were leading the race, and those guys were racing behind you, kind of pulled out to a lead. And Tony's like, well, it must be nice. I said, well, you got to have it in the back of your mind. There's probably going to be another caution. So it's great to have the lead, but you know it's probably coming down to another restart.
Yeah, I was like, and it was two teammates that were fighting back and forth, and I'm like, go at it, boys, go at it, because I kept watching my lap times, 2/10 here, 2/10 here, and when Tyler finally broke out, I had a bit, and then the caution came out, and I didn't get as good a restart the second time, and I just so tight that he was able to just creep up, and then once he got to my outside, I just couldn't fan them off because it was just so tight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, everybody kind of struggling. I don't know if time might not be a bad thing from some of what we saw out there with some of the other cars, man. So you kind of battled home to a third place finish. At least you have somewhat control of your car at that point. But it can be hard to kind of hang on there. But congratulations again on third place tonight. Like you said, you had the best seat in the house, seeing that battle up front. But I'm going to throw it to you, let you do shout outs and your sponsor Plex.
Appreciate it. Shout out to Tyler and Tim. Fantastic race up there for the lead. The league, a lot of respect going on. A lot of respect when I was racing around both of them guys all night long. Actually, pretty much everybody I raced around was I didn't have any issues with. So congrats to everybody on that. I think it was a pretty good race. I think we only had a couple cautions, 12 cautions, which isn't bad for here. So shout out to the league on that, for the drivers for that. Shout out to FTSR. Shout out to you guys in the booth. Shout out to Victory Fuel, Icon Apparel, Phoenix PC, and shout out to Tony's mom and dad.
All right, well, man, congrats, and we'll see you next week as we head off to, I believe we go into Kansas. So see you.
Ma was rooting you on, so yeah.
I'll see you in Kansas.
I was trying.
Dorothy.
Yeah, yep, we'll be all right there, I think.
All right, there's your third place finisher, Richie Coy, getting it done here tonight at Bristol. And I believe you're standing by with our second place finisher, Mr. Tim Wortman Jr., Tony.
Yeah, I'm here with second place finisher, Tim Wortman Jr. Man, you led a lot of early laps. Looked like a really good car to have tonight. And then you took tires, last stop. I think, what did you start back? Almost 6th or 7th? And worked your way all the way back in the second. You couldn't unfortunately get by Tyler there at the end. But, man, that was some great racing. I mean, you were definitely giving it everything you had.
Yeah, I figured we'd give you guys a little bit of a show tonight.
Show it was for sure. Yeah. How was the car otherwise, though? Everybody seemed like they were having some issues tonight, but you look pretty solid all night, though.
I was great all night, except for one time when I made a small tire adjustment, and I put it back in, and then we had that little run, and what were we, 40, 50 laps on the tires, and I'm like, I gotta pit. If you pit here and I saw everybody staying out in front of me. I was like, I'm gonna have fresh tires, and then everybody pitted behind me, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna work out great. But kudos to Tyler for pinching me to the bottom, and I didn't do any other adjustment to loosen my car for the fuel, and I was just too tight to make it around him on the bottom without any other adjustments.
Well, yeah, we did see the low line was kind of struggling a little bit, at least to get the power down, and that's kind of is that what you were saying? It was a little tough to get. It looked like you were kind of struggling just trying to get by him. You were side by side with him for a lot of laps, and we thought you were going to clear him, but that
Yeah.
outside momentum just
Uh,
was not working for you.
I think if I had a little bit more of an adjustment there, I would have drove right by him.
Did you ever think of maybe trying to shuck and jive him, maybe try to get to the outside, or you just were running too late with the amount of laps?
I gave him a pretty good door down. I think the front stretch gave him the old 0x, and didn't seem to phase him at all. So I'm real nervous about wrecking people, especially in that position. So I slid up as much as I felt like I could, and on the bottom, I couldn't really tell where he was at, and just did the best I could to come off the corner without dumping him. So
Well, you composed yourself really good tonight, and a little door dash here and there ain't the end of the world. And yeah, you did what you had to do. Unfortunately, you kind of fell up short, but hey, you're usually in the top five, almost top three every week, and it's a good points night as well. And he's not one of the he is a hot lap hero guy, but he's not one of the hot lap heroes in the championship contention right now. So it's not too bad. So you might have made a little bit of gain over some of the other guys up there.
I told you guys I was going to put on a good show in this league as to how I could run up front and not win races. So tonight's a prime example.
Well, man, you are getting closer and closer every week. So
I
mean,
thought tonight was your night, man. I thought I was like, he's got the fresh tires.
No, you just watch. It's going to happen quite a bit, but we'll always find a way to put her P2 or 3.
Well, and that's the thing too. I mean, usually when one guy gets their first win in the league, it compounds. I mean, Tyler gets his last week. He goes back to back. You're due, man. You're the next one on the list. So we're going to be rooting for you in the booth for that. But again, hell of a night tonight, and yeah, the floor is yours, dude.
All right, yeah. Well, they got a problem next week because Kansas is my track, so we're gonna.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
We're gonna put it to them next week. Always bring a pretty good car there, but thank you to my guys at Warrior and Ryko for putting a good car under me. RS button boxes, VRS racing wheel and pedals, ASR for the the rig that I use, and you guys for the broadcast, and congrats to Tyler for and Richie for us getting up there putting on a pretty good show, and thought we were going to end the streak there on him, and we'll get him next week.
All right. Well, you guys did. You put on a great show, and yeah, we're going to be looking for you guys next week to kind of show up. And yeah, for sure. I mean, if you do another job like you did tonight, it's going to happen for sure. So, congrats again, man, and yeah, we'll see you next week in Kansas.
Yeah.
All right, there, Mr. Brody. You are with our two-time winner there, Mr. Tyler Bowers.
Yeah, standing down here in Victory Lane. I guess they come in twos, maybe more. We'll see about next week. But right now, man, back-to-back wins for you guys, and you continue the streak from Hot Lap Heroes. 7 wins in a row from you guys. You just cannot not win, can you?
Yeah. The bounty certainly is going to go up after this week, I think. We took the bounty kind of personally, but that just means that they're going to come after us even harder. So they certainly tried tonight for sure. Tim tried his hardest, and he had me sweating for 20 laps. So that was a lot of fun.
Hey, it was a good battle out there for sure, and we enjoyed doing something a little fun, give them a little motivation to chase you guys. But yeah, for sure, man, you guys had a great battle out there towards the end of the race. I know it was kind of a struggle to get there. Everybody was struggling with grip, struggling with handling. You were one of the few guys I don't think that ever really had a major issue out there, at least when we called. But you guys at the end there, that last 20 lap run, you guys were on it. Tim was coming hard with those fresh tires, and you were able to fend him off there on that top side, kind of put your car in the right positions there at the end. Talk about that race with Wortman there at the end.
Yeah, so Wortman he pit and took tires, and I thought for surely that I was going to be in trouble. I'd hoped maybe the guys could keep him at bay for a little bit. But I saw once he cleared Richie and he started, he just ran me right down. And I was pretty committed to running the bottom. That's where the car felt the best until it rubbered in up the top. Uh, and then once I saw he was gaining ground on the top side, I had to move up, do a little mirror drive and move up and get it spun up top. And then that's where I really made ground. He just couldn't quite get to my inside all the way out of the corner. So I think he struggled a little bit on exit, as we all did. The track was really slick tonight for sure.
Yeah, it was. It was challenging. We saw a lot of drivers having issues there, especially when you got up in the top lane. It seemed like that top lane is completely, almost just non-existent anymore. Used to you come to Bristol and that's where you would run, but I don't think you want to be up there. Every time we saw a car get up there, they seem to have issues off the corner.
Yeah, I know that if you get too far up, there's marbles up there, and you'll get into it, and it'll just pull your car right into the wall. And I think that happened to Nick probably halfway through. He had a good run. He just pushed it a little too far into the corner, and those marbles will grab you and pulled the car right up into the wall. So luckily we avoided that. Had a tiny bit of damage, but it was able to tape it up and keep it going. So. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was a good race from start to finish. Just kept it clean as best we could for Bristol. I mean, it's a short track, so elbows out everywhere.
Yeah, you guys were strong in qualifying, strong in the race. You guys really look like you had a really good longer run car too. I know we didn't get too many of those, but you guys, it seemed like a couple laps that would come in and you guys would be strong. And the restart lanes seemed like they really mattered a lot too tonight. So a good job once again. I'm going to throw it to Tony there. Let Tony have a few words here.
Oh, yeah, man. Congrats on the back-to-back. Your wife was in there cheering you on, and yeah, the that Peros again. You guys are that wanted poster might say dead or alive at some point if you guys keep this up.
I hope not, for our sake, for our car's sake. But yeah, that would mean. I think the bounty is a great idea. It's fun. It's a good way to get people invested into it. If you advertise it on social media and stuff, I think it'll draw more eyes and maybe even more drivers too. The more drivers, the better, honestly, to have in a league. So
yeah, well, you guys have been showing up every week, so I mean that's the only reason why the bounty's out there. I don't think we've had a team dominate the season like the three of you guys have for a while now. So
well, at least they're spreading the love, though. They're spreading it around a little bit.
Yeah, you're almost on par with the others.
So.
Yeah, congrats though, man. Great job again tonight, man. And just to get it done too on those older tires to hold off, Tim there.
Yeah, he definitely kept me honest. I had to work for it for sure. So I'm really happy to pull it off again. So it feels good back to back, especially two really difficult tracks. The extra horsepower and the lower downforce, Bristol is a completely different animal than it used to be even last year when it had the 670 and the high downforce. So it's really fun now, even though you can't run all the way at the top, but I mean, there's still 2 lanes you can run.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. You guys put on a show again. Like I said, 2 for 2 back to back for the 94. Can we make it 3 for 3 at Kansas? And I feel like it could have been more too. I mean, you guys, you were fast the last couple of weeks before you finally got the win. Just had some things happen to you. So yeah, we got Kansas coming up, and I know the only tracks you guys haven't won at this season are the 2 super speedways. And I know Kansas is not a super speedway, but it's pretty darn fast. It's pretty close.
Yeah, we'll see. Kansas has never been a strong track for me. And I don't know, I'm not sure why. I've always been pretty good at the 1.5 miles, but Kansas is just different. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's the grip level or how you drive it, but I've never quite figured that one out. And especially in testing, the top lane is almost unusable. I don't know why. I don't know if iRacing messed with the track surface, but previous years you could run right up against the wall in both corners. You can't really do that anymore. So it's very bottom lane dominant. But we'll see. We'll hope for the best. We'll bring fast cars like every week. So we'll just do what we do best.
Tim said he's got y'all's number. He said he's good at Kansas. So
we'll bring it on.
We'll see what happens. That's for sure. I'm looking forward to it already, man. Congratulations tonight, though, on the win at Bristol. A convincing win there, 2 for 2. So I'm going to let you do your shout-outs and your sponsor plugs, man. The floor is yours.
right, thanks, Brody. I just want to thank the guys over at Premier, building fast setups every single week. Victory Fuel for putting this on. Thank you and Tony for putting on the broadcast. It's always fun to watch back. Obviously, thank my wife. I know she's watching somewhere in the house. She's a supporter, no matter if she likes racing or not. But she sticks with it. And I, it's what a good wife does is they support you no matter what. And then thank the Hot Lap Hero guys, and then all the practice and whatnot to make us better every week. But yeah.
For sure, man. Yeah, and it's good to have the support out there. I know I saw her in chat. I appreciate her watching along as well. Hope she enjoyed it. I know you put on a show for her there at the end, so she got to be smiling a little bit anyway. So.
She said she screamed, but I didn't hear it, so hopefully maybe she's fibbing, but probably not. Knowing her, she didn't fib. She probably woke up the neighbors screaming. So
it was an exciting finish for sure, man. You come out on top, though, man. Congratulations. Enjoy it, and we'll see you next week at Kansas.
I appreciate it, guys.
All right, there's your winner tonight. Tyler Bowers getting down the number 94 Hot Lap Heroes. Once again, Tony, 7 in a row now. Things just cranked up just a little bit more as we head into Kansas.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I should say that they're starting to falter a little bit because it almost didn't happen tonight, but it still happened. I mean, yeah, we got to increase the bounty or do something. I mean, yeah, these guys are just every week. Again, they need to stop. They need to change the name. They're not doing hot laps. They're doing hot races. Every lap has been hot for all this team. And, man, it's just they've been bringing it. We just need somebody else to kind of put it up. Maybe Tim might get it next week. We'll see.
The cracks.
He's calling a shot, yeah.
The cracks may be starting to show here at Hot Lap Heroes. We'll see what happens next week at Kansas Speedway. You definitely want to tune in to see what happens. See if Tim called his shot. See if the Fury guys maybe show up with something a little special. Maybe somebody new. Fluger going to show up. I'm sure he's going to be tough to beat. You got David Duran, all those guys at Speed Demon as well. Who's going to do it? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. Somebody eventually is going to break that streak. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Next Monday night, though, you want to tune in right here on Full Throttle Television to see if it happens at Kansas, 9 p.m. You want to tune in and see what happens. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to that, man. I hope everybody enjoyed out there. It's going to do it for us here at Bristol Motor Speedway. An exciting one where Tyler Bowers gets it done here at the end with a 20-lap shootout there towards the end. Holds off Tim Wortman barely. But does to claim the victory. So for everybody at Full Throttle Television, for Tony Solari, my name's Brady Hanna. Thanks for watching along. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a lot of fun, and we'll see you next week from Kansas.